All right, folks. Welcome to the final episode of Theory Night in Canada.
We won.
We're abolishing the podcast. We got what we wanted. There's really no point in continuing.
After
This is probably the most efficient political campaign in history because all it took was a couple hundred views.
and we've changed destiny.
Foreign policy.
And one central banker.
Yeah, we've changed foreign policy. That's right. What we have long advocated for, the transfer of Canada's imperial vassalage from the United States to China, has finally happened. We are now a tributary of the Middle Kingdom, and sort of like the as Turkey was to the Soviet Union in the Cold War, we have become to the United States in the Neo-Cold War. If you've been following the news, you're probably aware that Mark Carney has
DeMarxist
Carney. DeMarcus Carney.
Yep. He was spitting. He did a speech
At the WEF.
Yep. Famous friends of the podcast, the WEF backs Melee, and therefore we approve.
Yep.
And it was, well received. And that's, I think, like a first serious statement so far.
In it, he proclaims that he makes a lot of statements, and we're going to start with analysis of this speech.
Yeah.
But in general, what he says is that the First World has maintained a deliberate fiction that we don't really believe in.
Mm-hmm.
B, that fiction is now biting us in the ass because we've excused the U.S. for so long that they're now attacking us instead of third world countries.
They're attacking white countries.
Yeah.
That was the first thing that pissed me off about the speech, was everyone being like, whoa, this is so profound. And I'm like, you don't see everyone that's been saying this for 200 years even.
Yeah.
You don't see it every day on like global news or whatever, but it literally, like, it's nothing new.
Yeah.
It's just like a white guy finally being like, hey guys, all the rules-based stuff, you guys have never been doing that.
Yeah. So basically,
A white guy of a sober, quote-unquote, middle power.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He uses a lot of language that suggests basically. Now, I encourage you to go stop this episode, watch the speech, then come back, because we're not going to recap it line by line.
Yeah,
But-
watch also Trump's
Don't watch
17-hour long speech,
His
or at
rebuttal.
least the highlight where at some point he says 6, 7.
Yeah. If you skip ahead to the most played section of the YouTube video for Trump's speech, he goes 5, 6, 7, 800.
He's reading out a phone number.
But we're not going to recap it line, but we're just going to complain about it for a minute here.
Yeah.
So basically, the program he lays out is one in which the so-called middle powers, which I guess would be like, if you're a Paradox gamer, right?
Holy fuck.
If you recall Victoria 2
Yeah.
as the great power secondary.
If you have at least 800 hours in Victoria 2, listeners of the show.
Victoria 2 has a mechanic, great powers, which have spheres of influence, and then secondary powers, which have no special mechanics except they can also colonize Africa.
Which Canada already does.
Which, that's exactly where we are.
Yeah. They don't get spheres of influence, but they can colonize places, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he's acknowledging secondary powers, the game mechanic for Victoria 2, as real life, right?
Yeah.
He's saying we, Canada, we're a secondary power, not a great power, right? We need to ally with the other secondary powers, what he calls the middle powers, against great power hegemony, and rationally develop our countries by, he says, cutting income taxes,
Yes.
investing in sustainable development,
In AI.
and
In AI. What the fuck did he say about AI?
He just mentioned it as one of the
He
vectors of
mentioned
investment.
AI and was just like, we're going to do investment in AI so that there's an alternative outside of hegemony and like blitz scaling.
AI
or
is
something.
not.
And I was like,
thing
what
they-
the fuck are you talking
AI is just one of many things he lists in
Yeah.
the statement.
It's just a buzzword.
Yeah, of basically diversified investment.
One sec.
It's
Bird check?
Song sparrow.
Song Sparrow, thank you.
I have a bird clock in my house. If you
Yeah,
listen.
the AI thing I kind of picked up on because it was just like, I know AI is shoveled into everything. That's all it does. But for a speech, and especially a small speech, being concise, it's like, what investments are broadly being seen as like not going great right now? I mean, like, they are numbers big.
Yeah.
But it's like people are very skeptical of AI investment, AI for
Well,
like
okay, but
ecological stuff like that. And then he just started like shoehorning it into the speech. But just saying AI, sure, you know?
That was
But what was he going on about the like hegemonic versus blitz scaling?
Oh no, he said
like,
basically
that just
AI
pissed me off because it was
Okay, let me explain.
worse.
In his defense, and I don't want to defend Mark Carney ever, but in his defense, AI was just in a long list of things that he was saying the government was investing in to provide an alternative source of value generation to being a leech off the American empire.
Yes, but also
Hyperscalers.
famous value generation of AI right now.
Yeah, it was a buzzword.
That's why,
It's literally
you know?
just a buzzword.
Yeah.
It was not the focus of the speech. He mentions it once in
Anyways,
a long list of
Marx Carney's AI speech.
As I was saying,
His
right?
AI New World
Basically,
Order.
what he's proposing is one of two things, or possibly both at the same time.
Mhm.
We revive the third worldist movement from the Cold War, but instead of being a bunch of developmentalist social democratic states that apply their newfound sovereignty separate from the colonial empires to catch up to them, we're going to act as if India and Yugoslavia, etc., just did nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Just remained devastated by colonialism.
Yeah.
Because we are going to do it neoliberally, which means we're not doing anything at all.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, not that I need to claim that
and
China's
nothing
communist,
other happens playbook.
Yeah,
but it's like we need an alternative between American like liberalism, capitalism, and like China's Marxism. So our alternative is going to be
Bro, we're
liberal
doing the
capitalism.
we're doing third world Clintonism, basically. But so that was option A. Option B, and I assume these are kind of merged together, so it's really it's like that image with the cow where it's got like the
illusion of
hallways.
choice.
The illusion of choice. Either we do Blairite, Clintonite, third worldism. That's option one. Option two, right? We abandon the pretenses of the rules-based order, and we kind of brushed over it. But he says, like, we pretended this fiction that we believed in a rules-based order where we applied like rules to politics, but we were ignoring when our allies did something bad and really putting a magnifying glass to anyone who stood in our way, right?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I think Spencer's like, why didn't he mention Palestine? I think that was a deliberate allusion to that situation.
I didn't mean that I would never expect him to mention Palestine in this specific speech. He didn't do a lot of mentioning that many specifics. But it was
Palestine, his Mossad handler would have blown him up.
They would have killed him in the W. They would have torn him limb from limb on the stage.
It was something of him doing the whole like, we have this ideal of like this
Klaus
idea.
Schwab would have come out himself and put Carney on the rack.
We have this idea of a rules-based order, but it's not real, and like we're clearly not actually following it. We just kind of pretend we are because it gives us more power. And he's like, okay, the rules-based order is like not real. It's kind of dead.
Yeah.
Saying it out loud is kind of like at a place like this is kind of like a nail, not like the final nail in the coffin. It'll keep going.
That
But this
will
is
happen
also-
when the U.S.
It's an
this is-
acknowledgement that it was always a pretend.
This is the guy that called for a Zionist Palestine.
Yeah.
Like, and has very openly dodged the question, like, pretty consistently. He will shuffle things towards West Bank, and then when things happen in West Bank, he'll avoid it again. And it's like, it takes me off to see him saying, oh yeah, his only solutions were like, we need to talk and call out when bad things are happening.
Yeah.
And those were two of his three proposed solutions. And it's very clear that he doesn't do that.
Well, I think what he's saying is,
Or maybe he's going to start.
I assume the most charitable possible reading is that he's saying we, as in he and his,
As in him and us three hosts on the podcast.
yes, have
right
been
now.
lying to you about global politics, right?
Yeah.
Which we have pretty consistently,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, we never said we were a news. We're a low effort right wing podcast.
We're actually a disinformation farm in Egypt.
Yeah.
We're actually a liberal podcast.
Yeah. So I think what he's saying is, yes, I was lying to you, basically, about whatever you're thinking, whatever your pet foreign policy issue is that you were pissed at me for, which for many people is Palestine. Yes, I was lying to you, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to stop lying to you, but I think, like, the alternate reading of what he is proposing for the secondary powers of the earth essentially, is we're going to
The
abandon
somewhat less wretched of the earth.
Yeah, we're going to abandon the positive pretenses and promises of the rules-based international order, and we're just going to bring back the European empires, right? Because
We're just going to ditch all of the potential goods of the previous order and just continue with all of the bad shit.
yes,
We're going to continue, like, looting your countries for wealth.
yeah,
He does at one point talk about like the recent expansionist powers or something. I'm like, I think recent's doing some heavy lifting.
If you delivered this speech at like the Diet of Worms in the 16th century, it would be accurate, right? But the fact that he's delivering it in 2026 makes it a little bit more behind the curve.
I am glad that he did actually do some speaking out of injustice at the start of the speech in calling out the injustices carried out against petty bourgeois shop owners.
Yes, that was so funny. He started with the Vaclav Havel, or Václav, however the fuck you pronounce that guy's name.
Yeah.
Right?
Václav Havel.
I think it was Václav Havel or something like that. Like the C is like an S or whatever. It's some Czechoslovakian thing, right? But Václav Havel's essay about why did communism last so long, and he talks about the exact thing he references is shopkeepers putting up signs that support the communist program and
that support the workers.
And then he's like, and then communism collapsed once the shopkeepers took the signs out of their windows. Right?
Yeah,
It's very, very funny that an anti-Soviet dissident is so laser focused on the petty bourgeois and their class politics. I think it says a lot about that specific strain of politics in the 1980s that they were like, fuck, the shopkeepers are like being humiliated.
Yeah, communism was held together on
Boy, I didn't
the
realize
backs of petty bourgeois shopkeepers.
Communist Czechoslovakia.
Most Eastern Bloc
holding
countries
up
allow
the
that.
weight
That's
of
why they all
signs.
collapsed. They deserve to go that way. They should have put them all in camps. Showed them how what real work was like.
Yeah, we'd like to thank the real heroes of the Soviet Union, which are the petty bourgeois shopkeepers and their
creators.
aching backs from carrying the weight of the signs that say "Workers of the World Unite" to put them on the front
Soviet
doors.
Union was the real movement because all shops were state-owned.
They might be the most oppressed people in history.
You know, the reason why communism lasted until the 80s, this is addressed more to the ghost of Václav Havel, is because your guys lost World War II. If you had won World War II, it would have ended 40 years earlier. That's why it lasted as long as it did.
Yeah. As it lasted as long as it did, is they won World War II, but it didn't last longer because there was still capitalism in the world.
Yeah.
There was so much weird stuff because to me it seemed like his call out of the rules-based order exists only in a way where he is like calling it out by maintaining the rules-based order. Though I have trouble like explaining that position because his whole shtick is like, hey, we're gonna do capitalism, but it's gonna be friendly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of this idea of the rules-based order is it's like, oh, okay, it's all capitalism, but we have these larger institutions that allow us to make it so that it is best for the majority of people around the world or something like that. And like that justice is carried out. And he's just like, we need to still hold respect and to some extent for like global institutions and like for whatever power they do have or something in the second half, which was after he was like, it's kind of worthless. But it's like, what was it? Yeah, it's still kind of if we're going on a put up a sign thing, it's like the speech still relies on us putting up the sign tomorrow to be like, oh, this capitalism can still be friendly.
Yeah.
It's a speech that's like, we're going to have like a revolutionary change and a new revolutionary movement as long as we don't have revolutionary change or a new revolutionary movement.
Yeah. I think honestly, he doesn't even position it as revolutionary. He positions it fundamentally as reactionary, but that reactionary movement is good. He's like, the old world is destroyed, so we have to cling to what privileges we can preserve.
I guess so, yeah. Maybe that's just my interest was like, we're going to build a new world order kind of thing.
No, he's more like saying, we're not building a new world order, it's being built around us. Mm-hmm. What are we going to do to survive that transition?
Yeah. Values-based realism, whatever the fuck that means, is just more idealism. So we love the liberals for that.
Carney fucking loves that word.
He does. I Fuck Carney so much. He's talking about how Canada thrives as we're hitting like record food bank usage. The food banks can't sustain themselves at all. And like half the country is a couple $100 away from bankruptcy. Reactionary movements are rising as well as like fascist movements and stuff like that.
Any workers movement that we have isn't really there.
Yeah.
And if it were to appear, he would crush it instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, after he's literally done strike breaking,
Yeah.
right? And the predecessor in his party, Trudeau, was doing a ton of strike breaking.
On his way out, broke every single union he could get his hands on.
So it's kind of this weird thing where it's like, we are doing deals and people will do deals as it is. But like as a third worldist movement, like you were saying with like, imagine if like Yugoslavia didn't try to build anything.
Yeah.
We're kind of in a spot where it's like, hey guys, new order, we're not changing anything.
What if Tito took out no IMF loans?
IDF loans.
True.
That's the new world order. The steps away from America and towards China, that's big. We'll take those,
Yes.
and that was all us.
We should say, what has Carney actually done to actually pivot away from the United States? He has been negotiating with the Chinese to normalize trade relations after we nuked them a few years ago.
Yeah,
Over the U.S., demanding we do that, basically.
yeah.
And then, so this is going to sound like that one tweet where it's like Gambia and Gabon have signed a treaty. The U.S. dollar is finished. But Canada and China did just sign a huge canola oil export deal. Where I think we're now...
Well, this was basically just a return to status quo antebellum.
yeah, where I now...
But it's has there been recent developments? Because finished canola oil was still subject to tariffs, but it was canola seeds and some other canola byproducts, but not the oil itself that was exempt from tariffs.
I don't know if so they did say that there was some negotiation on the tariffs, but also the Chinese government promised to buy a shitload of Canadian canola oil to basically subsidize our farmers.
Yeah.
So now we're going to make up something like 25% of Chinese canola import because of the deal.
I mean, we were already exporting a lot of them before we decided to nuke our
I
trade
think
relation.
we went from 18 to 25% of their canola oil with this new deal. So there's also obviously the Chinese are going to build a bunch of EV plants here, which Doug Ford.
Although, wait, have we got confirmation on building EV plants? Because I think there was some Chinese EV manufacturers who expressed interest in it, but nothing concrete.
No, they are committing to building factories now.
Oh, okay.
So
We're also not a real news network. We can't just make things up.
BYD and the government of Vietnam are collaborating to establish $130 million worth of battery plants for electric cars.
In Canada?
Yes.
The government of Vietnam and
Yes.
BYD. The things keep just getting better.
This is another weird thing about
My
Carney's speech.
wholesome socialist capitalist company and my wholesome socialist government establishing a car manufacturing battery plant in my social democratic hellhole.
What did I say? We won.
We won. We're being colonized by Vietnam.
Is that not what we wanted? I don't get why you guys are laughing.
We're so fucking back. We are gonna have socialism by 2050, folks.
It's here.
Commodity production is
here.
finished.
Carney on the next ballot is gonna vote off commodity
Production. This is the most important election of our lifetime. Commodity production is on the ballot.
We will be the first nation to vote our way to communism.
Mark Carney, he is the modern Edward Bernstein.
They're calling it revolutionary reformism. Do you guys catch though? Carney in his speech, he was talking to people and he's like, guys, the government has money. We have so many resources for you. Please show up. Vietnam, please take our resources. It was good, man.
Yeah, well, that's the lot of Canada, right? It's not a country that's really... I mean, we could, in theory, if we were ever willing to do anything, become a manufacturing country, but it's really never been what our economy is tooled towards.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you count the thin strip of, like, where most of the people live between Windsor and Quebec City.
I mean, we do a lot of auto manufacturing specifically in Southern Ontario, but Canada has always been a designed resource exporter, right? That's what we were invented to do when the British and French created us in the Yakubian lab. We were initially intended to export furs and then lumber and then oil and now whatever, I guess canola seeds.
Oh, also, this was, I guess, some other random news, but I think there was like a tentative agreement between a Korean submarine builder, like a military submarines.
Get North Korea to start building shit.
It was like a South Korean firm signed some like tentative agreement with Algoma Steel worth $325 million Canadian to purchase steel for like submarine manufacturing.
Yeah.
We're basically being neo-colonized by ex-colonies. This really is the new world order.
I fuck with it. I think we need to reach a level of devastation.
Yeah.
We need to go back like however many decades and centuries to the point where we can rediscover how to build a train quickly.
Yeah. So wait,
and the only way we can do that is if we collapse our GDP by 98%.
We laugh about it, but is Canada effectively becoming the world's first Maoist shady pond?
No, I held myself back from calling us the first successful Maoist first worldist. But like we are going from, I mean, we will
now be overseen by a joint dictatorship of the proletariat of oppressed nations,
or at least China.
We're going closer to a
and the government of Vietnam
movement.
If you're a battery plant worker in like St. Thomas, Ontario.
Yeah,
man, imagine being like my employer's the government of Vietnam, and I work in St. Thomas, Ontario, in a battery plant. Imagine trying to
honestly, this week. This whole thing is kind of, I don't know, is this Christmas for Canadian Maoists or is it 9/11? Because we're kind of in the JD pond now. That's like
I think
Christmas.
For Canadian Maoists, every Christmas feels like 9/11.
The Christmas aspect is we're now under the JD pond.
But 9/11 in what sense?
Is now we're the only real proletariat. White Canadians in Ontario.
White Anglo-Canadians.
Do not ask Quebecers what they would call it.
I think that's Nana.
That's our FBI handler at the door, by the way.
Oh,
we'll be back soon.
Oh,
you just missed some heat.
No, I'm here from outside.
Oh, also you got to put in, when I guess Bennett first mentions Carney saying the New World Order, you got to put in the Klaus Schwab clip.
Which one?
The one he's like, "Are you ready for the New World Order?" How are you doing, Nana?
I'm doing okay.
All right.
Surviving.
Make some space
How you guys doing?
with whatever bum ass
Doing all right?
setup we got with these creaky ass chairs.
How much we got going?
We're 25 in. We're chilling. We've done the
going back to
Carney.
the
We've done a
Riverside.
lot of the Carney speech.
And we've just been riffing.
Okay.
We've just been ripping, yeah.
Okay.
Well, then now that
Nana,
it's
how-
here, it's
how-
as time as I need to pivot to something else, probably.
Oh, wait, one last thing. Nana,
Uh-huh.
what's your thoughts if the Communist Party tries to organize the battery plant workers of St. Thomas, Ontario against their employer, the government of Vietnam?
What? What's going on?
The government of Vietnam and BYD are going to build a battery plant in Ontario for electric vehicles. So will the Communist Party of Canada, would they help organize the workers of the battery plant here against their employees, the Communist Party of a foreign country?
Yes.
How's that for some proletarian internationalism?
You think at the government of Vietnam BYD battery factory, are they going to put the sign up on the door every morning that says "Workers of the World Unite"? Or are they going to pretend, or are they not?
No, they're gonna put "Labor makes you free" above the door.
Oh my god. Wait, is this confirmed? This is happening?
it's really happening.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're actually putting signs on the door.
This is
Shut up.
we elect a central banker less than 1 year ago, and he's already got us neo-colonized by Vietnam.
Wow. I didn't expect it to happen this fast though.
Yeah.
I was happy to see.
Look, he's done 6 months of fascist development, but as a true horseshoe theorist centrist, He's going to now do 6 months of communist development.
He will implement the first 6-month plan.
We're doing.
Oh my god.
What's that guy's name? We're doing What's that? Like
Stahanovite?
Stakhanovite, Ontario.
Yeah, we're all going to be the Stahanovite shock troops of labor with like battery acid burns all over our arms.
Wow.
Wow.
What a speech. What a speech. We'll see what happens with that whole thing. We'll see how that
I know you
goes.
guys talked about the New World Order shit, but like if you're in any ethnic minority
Yeah.
or any, actually not even ethnic, any group that has an extended family that uses WhatsApp a lot, let me know when you get those Mark Carney's the devil.
I need it.
Forward this to 10 of your friends.
That's a very like European, like literally non-Anglo North American coded thing. Like, yeah, having a family WhatsApp. Like if you're not from Canada or the United States, if you're from literally any other part of the world, you have a family WhatsApp.
Yeah. So those people.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Markus 6. Carney Carney 6. What's his middle name?
Marx.
Edward.
What if it was like really crazy like Satan and no one had noticed?
Lucifer.
Lucifer Carney.
Beelzebub.
Wait. Joseph. Joseph.
Holy shit. Marcus Joseph Carney.
What Marcus?
Marcus Joseph Stalin Carney.
It's 666 if you add a little bit of spice to the top.
Okay, so one thing. Okay, to wrap up the speech stuff, 2 thoughts on it.
We've wrapped up the speech stuff like 5 times.
No, this is the final cap up.
All right.
Right. This is sort of a retrospective. This is a perspective on the retrospective of the speech. Right. This speech has the makings of something that in 50 years Anglo-Canadian liberals will be like, "What
Jerking off over.
They'll be like, "That was a historic moment."
This will be the shit that Shrey tells his grandkids about.
Yeah, it's like
He's like
sort of like how white Anglo liberals now in Canada are always glazing Lester B. Pearson for his handling of the Suez Crisis, which is a foreign policy thing that no one outside of this country remembers.
Yeah.
I mean, they remember the Suez Crisis, but how Canada reacted to it was irrelevant.
Yeah.
This is the sort of thing that no one else is going to remember in 10 years. But Anglo liberals will be like, he changed the world. That's number one.
Anglo liberals in this country love masturbating over foreign policy.
The second thing was
everyone that's not Canadian liberals has heard this like a million times.
Heard what?
Like
the speech?
Effectively.
like the points made that like the West was lying about rules based. Like everyone knows.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like that's
we've just been putting up our sign.
Yeah. The second thing was a question Spencer asked me, which I thought was pretty funny, and I wanted to bring it up now. Will Mark Carney be the Obama of Canada?
I think so.
In terms of a guy who really was not that great as an actual administrator, but will be looked at fondly because it was at least better than what came immediately after.
Like pragmatic, eloquent speaker.
Yeah.
All right. Came up in kind of like overall crisis. Well, everything's a crisis time now.
Yeah.
Like a kind of hopeful pick against the kind of nuke everything pick. I want to say I had like 6 points, and I'm forgetting the one that I wanted to start with. So there you go.
take your time. We'll wait.
There's like
Watch that, like, Carney secretly had, like, an Asian girlfriend at some point in his past, but then broke up with her to marry a white woman because he's like, Canada would never accept you as... like how Obama did with his girlfriend in university. He's like, if I want to be president, I have to marry a black woman.
That is crazy. He did that?
I don't think, if you think about it though, at that time, he would have been much better off with a white woman than a black woman.
No, it was his girlfriend at the time was Asian.
Oh, yeah. True. But it wouldn't have, a black woman wouldn't have been, I think, like, if you're really trying to ease that kind of person into politics, I mean, the fact that he won was incredible alone, but like, it'd be easier to ease them in with a
Would it though? Because then he would be a black woman. He would be a black man. Sorry, he would also be a black man. But he'd be a black
They'd
man.
be a heterosexual relationship.
He'd be a black man married to a white woman. That would be something that I think a lot of centrist and reactionary people would be even more upset about.
Oh, really?
From like a point of being sexually threatened
Versus
right?
black?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right?
I mean-
because like black people could get married before Loving versus Virginia, but only to each other.
Uh-huh.
And then the court case that eventually made interracial marriage legal in the US was not black male, white female. It was a white male with a black
Man.
woman. And I think if it had been the other way around, I think the court would have ruled the other way.
Right.
Right?
Well, we'll never know.
Yeah.
The Mark Carney's frankly like miracle victory. I think everyone's gonna look back on him and be like, "Whoa, those were times of such hope." I'm so glad we had such a well-spoken leader.
Yeah.
You know, because that's all anyone says with Obama. But like everything still happened.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, pretty much all of the same economic problems under Trudeau continue.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much, yeah. That's Spencer's argument for Mark Carney is the Obama of Canada. And in true Canadian fashion, we got ours like 10 years later.
Well, I was actually saying I think this is like a break because we're getting our Obama like 20 years later. Like it's
I guess
like it's
closer to 15, I
we're
suppose.
we're
20 years later
going
from who?
backwards.
From
Because he left
Obama.
office in 2016,
yeah.
or at the end of 2016.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. So we'll get our Mom Donnie like in 2050 something.
Our mom
That's
Donnie.
the real socialism by 2050. We'll have social democracy by 2050.
We have Olivia Chow, so we
What? No.
we speed run that.
We
We
have-
speed ran that.
Canada, there's no person in Canadian politics who has as much swag as Obama, much less Mamdani. Like, I don't know who has swag more between Obama.
I would say Obama had more swag, but Mamdani has just straight affability.
People like him. Even
Yeah.
Trump loves him.
I mean, he is
Yeah.
like likable and
Yeah.
he's earnest, and he's already gotten like one of his key platforms, which was universal childcare, not
Yeah.
only in New York City but in New York State.
Shout out. But Chow is like, Chow's like the
She's
grandma.
just steering a sinking ship at this
Chow
point.
can't even get the buses to run.
She's a
on
grandma.
Yup.
Yeah. She can't get the,
I got home like 30 minutes later than I normally do because of the buses.
time. Yeah.
and I think the bus is a whole new thing. You guys got your line 6, eh? You happy about that?
I might. It's actually
it should-
abysmal.
It should still just be. It shouldn't have been called 9-6.
I held out
They
so
should have
much hope.
They should have managed expectations by like referring to it as just a streetcar,
I was
Yeah,
holding out so
yeah.
much
because
hope.
it is.
Yeah.
And I remember Liam was red pilling me with like, Spencer, it's not gonna be that good. And I
Why is he
I
like
knew the
Trump?
numbers. I knew it was gonna be true, but I was still holding out hope. And the fact that it goes slower than the buses it replaced for the low cost of like $200 billion is like the city will get nothing and it deserves less.
So
yeah.
there's a few points about line 6 is speed. Some of them are like fixable by the city easily, but there was like one or two points that when they were designing this thing, there's specifically a curve in the track between Humber College Station, which is this western terminus, and whichever is the second to last stop on the western end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they specifically designed it in mind for Bombardier train cars. So Bombardier no longer exists, and they ended up going with Alstom manufactured trains, which now owns Bombardier's rail division.
I didn't know you were into trains like that. You got a collection at home?
Undiagnosed autism.
No, go ahead.
Do
And-
not tell him about my trade collection. Do not.
And the brilliant thing about line 6 is that the Alstom trains are not the right size for that turn.
Oh, is that why? Did it derail?
So- No, it didn't derail.
Oh, that was a streetcar that did.
Yeah, these are some streetcars. But like line 6 has to take that curve between Humber College and its western terminus and the station immediately east of it at 10 kilometers an hour, because if it go any faster, it would basically go off the rails.
Jesus Christ.
And
Well,
this somehow made it into the process where they're like, we're putting all our eggs in one basket with one train manufacturer, and if anyone else makes the train that's not up to our specs, it's not going to work.
yeah. Well,
And like, we're not specifically also making this an issue during the manufacturing process.
yeah.
Like this was, and also line 6's fleet of cars is not necessarily sufficient. It doesn't have enough sufficient backup for if things go wrong. There is some like definitive hardware problems that will be extremely hard to fix. Some easy, others hard, and it just kind of shows how like absolutely destitute a lot of transit planning and implementation is in this city.
I think also with the specifics of the line, they build in like error margins on the arrival times for things. And if you make the error margins larger, naturally more trains show up on time because the error margins are larger. The error margins are so large that even if the trains could do whatever the fuck they want, they could go as fast as they want, they'd get all the green lights going for them or everything like that. Like, it could still just be extremely slow because there's no necessity for that, like, the line to go faster. It just doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, it's meeting its expectations, so to say.
So, if I understand correctly, to sum up, you fell for it again.
Yep. Fell for it again award. Speaking of transit,
Although I would specifically say that the people who were mostly in charge of design and implementation of this project were our favorite provincial agency, Metrolinx.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
And Mosaic and all that shit, which doesn't exist. I went to like local.
Enough
shit.
with the line 6 shit.
No, this is, I'm outside of line 6. And then Anna shows up. We start talking about trains
talking
again.
my ear off. I'm like, yup.
Name a better combo than talking about trains and bike lanes around now.
Holy fuck.
Speaking of trains, line 5.
Line 5, February 8th.
Potentially.
Opening. Hold out no hope. Hold out no hope. Do not have any faith. I went to some local council meetings, and it was a room stuffed with 20 Hitlers, and I got to chat more with my city councilor, who is another Hitler, and that was a horrible experience. Anyways, that's enough of that. There's the transit updates.
I was gonna say,
If
speaking of transit, Carney can gain my respect if he brings back one of my favorite failed policy proposals in all of history.
155-mile dam.
No. Well, that too. The Imperial Airship Scheme.
Oh.
Are you aware of this?
No.
The Imperial Airship Scheme was a proposed transit line connecting London, what is now New Delhi, Ottawa, Sydney, Australia, and a bunch of other
Colonial capitals.
Yeah, a bunch of colonial capitals in the British Empire, right? The background here is 1923, the first Labour government in the UK is elected, and this is when Labour was still officially trying to vote their way to a planned economy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were already failing,
Yes.
like, in this administration.
Yes. So,
Or they were already sabotaging themselves.
in order to prove the superiority of government running things, they decided to do something the private sector could never afford to do, which was to build this transit system of airships that would connect all of the imperial capitals, and it would be government owned and government funded. They managed to build 2 of these airships. One of them crashed immediately. The remaining 3 were scrapped because the Great Depression started.
Oh.
And the Labour government lost power.
I mean, in 1923, the Great Depression was already on for Britain.
Yeah, so
Its economy never recovered after the First World War.
so
I wonder what economy never stuttered.
there is in the Aviation Museum in Ottawa, the last, I think, impact that this scheme has had on world history is a memorial to it at the Aviation Museum in Ottawa, where they have like a little model of the airship at the Toronto or at the Ottawa airport at the time, like, which looks like this.
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa, what the fuck?
So just like an airship.
Yeah. So if Carney, if you want to gain my endorsement for the next election, please revive the Imperial Airship Scheme, but Chinese this time.
We're Chinese this time.
We're connecting Beijing, Ottawa, and then Ho Chi Minh City.
When we were on a drive to Sudbury, if I'm correct, I think it was us 3 or back from Sudbury, where we costed out a train line from Canada to Europe that went underneath the ocean.
Yeah.
I think that's another good project. Straight line to Europe.
We need to do a lot of we got to do a lot of kooky mega projects.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. If you want
We got to revive Project Allentropa. Destroy European ecology.
If we were serious about being a JD pawn now, that is what we should do.
Exactly.
Just nuke the white homeland.
But we could just do that with nukes.
Not this country.
We just get Germany to declare war on the Russian Federation. They would do it for us.
Okay, now we've talked about Carney's speech.
Yeah.
We've talked about the Chinese trade deal.
Yeah.
Should
we
we
talked
talk
about transit in Toronto?
We talked about transit in Toronto.
We could run it back though.
No, we could not.
My only comment is if it does open on February 8th, I will be there probably with Spencer to report live.
Wait, is it actually opening February 8th?
Yes.
Maybe. Who knows? They're not committing still.
That's
Now
been
you
like
got
a
him going
solid...
again, guys.
Okay, I posted. Pull it up. Where's Code Monkey Cafe? Like, pull up my account real quick.
No.
Did anyone else hear that they're soft launching reduced service before they even launch?
Yes, yes, they are.
Actual cross.
That's what they do with Line 6 too.
Yeah, they did an unofficial leaked announcement that it will open February 8th with reduced lines. I announced to everyone. Oh, come on. Where is this? No, never mind. I posted on the cafe like a month ago. And I specifically said the rumor is February 8th, and I said do not have any hope.
Yeah. Okay, so
Moving on.
moving on. In world news, Trump backs down on Greenland.
Did he?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
He actually won, and now can have military bases in Greenland.
Which they could already
which
do.
he could already do. So Trump has been obsessed with his project, the Golden Dome.
Yeah.
Which is to create the Iron Dome, but make it the size of the United States. Right now, the
It
Iron
also just had to be gold.
the Iron Dome currently covers a radius that basically just includes major cities in Israel and shoots down some rockets that are shot at Israel.
Oh, so it's not even
Yeah.
it's not even the entirety of Israel, which is like what, New York sized? Half
Yeah.
of New York?
I mean, the Iron Dome is it's like a missile defense system that shoots. It's like a point defense system that shoots down missiles as they approach major cities in Israel. He wants one in the United States, once again reviving the insane, impossible dream of a blanket missile ICBM defense system, which is just not possible,
Yeah.
right? With the size of arsenals of countries that would nuke the United States, which is like Russia, in theory, China. I guess France is technically capable of doing it. All of them could overwhelm basically any system you could design.
Venezuela.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Venezuela.
Venezuela. If they get nukes, you
Sure.
wouldn't even hear about it because we'd already be dead.
Iran, if they really put their mind to it.
Well, Iran does not have any nukes yet, but of those countries that could nuke the US, all of them could easily overwhelm anything you could build.
Yeah.
The whole idea of like a blanket ICBM defense only exists so that we can bring back conventional wars. That's the only reason anyone wants it. But I guess thankfully it's just not possible.
Yeah. Is also like
If
the
we have
thing...
like a ICBM point defense system, though, wouldn't we just kill ourselves anyway with the amount of ICBMs we'd be detonating in the atmosphere?
No, the ICBMs, they need to like be detonated manually by the onboard computer. Just so that they don't like leak radioactive material all over their storage bays. So if there's one ICBM, that is possible to shoot down safely.
Mm-hmm.
But the amount of ICBMs that would hit the United States would just not be shootable. But for this Golden Dome plan, Trump needs to build these point defense systems in Canada, Greenland, any other Arctic territory near the United States, which is where all this brinksmanship is coming from.
It is like, because the thing is, it's because of their own aggression, but Israel also does get rockets shot at it relatively frequently. Like in America, they probably could have got that balloon a little faster.
Yeah.
But like you don't see New York getting hit by missiles every couple weeks. Like you don't really need that.
I am wondering if this is potentially a situation where if you build it, they will shoot missiles at it.
If you build it, they will come.
No, she's onto something. This could be some sort of like military industrial complex scheme where like Lockheed Martin basically just gives missiles to Iran to shoot it at the Golden Dome so that they can be then
Keynesian
commissioned
missile
to build
shooting.
more Golden Dome anti-missile missiles.
I think this is exactly like the Microsoft OpenAI NVIDIA thing where they trade money around, but
Yeah.
like with ballistic missiles.
It's the Keynesian ditch digging.
Right. So the Golden Dome, the thing is, Trump, we're already in NORAD, which means we share air defense. And
Well, maybe not for long if we buy those Swedish jets.
and the U.S. already has unlimited basing rights in Greenland. So this whole thing happened more or less, presumably, either because Trump just refused to listen to anyone telling him that he could already do his Golden Dome project if he really wants to. Like, that's option A. Option B is he knew he could do it, but he was sort of hoping he could bluff his way into getting Greenland because it would be the biggest annexation of territory in the United States since like Polk, right? Which would mean that he would have some sort of legacy that would make him one of the great presidents. And his legacy is definitely something he is obsessed with.
Actually, wait, is
definitely
Alaska a
be-
bigger land area than Greenland?
Is it?
I don't think it matters even. Like,
I seriously think that also Trump was basing some of this off of how big Greenland looks on Mercator projections.
projections. Yes.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Yeah, so
on
Greenland is
Mercator
400,000 square
discourse.
kilometers larger than Alaska.
Hmm?
It's larger than Alaska
Okay.
by a significant margin. So it would be the largest territory annexation since James K. Polk annexed like 3/4 of Mexico into the United States.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, he wants a reason to be remembered as one of like the cool presidents.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely the thing. Like he said a few months ago, "Oh, I might not go to heaven" or something like that. Like he needs something. He needs to leave with something. He's like changing the Lincoln Center or whatever they call it to like the Trump.
and Lincoln.
And yeah,
or
like
whatever.
he's looking for a legacy, and this is just one of the ways to do it.
Well, it's because he's an old man and he sees
Yeah.
death approaching.
Yeah.
Just okay,
Yeah.
quick brain blast. He's taking like a triple dose of what's the heart attack medication?
Isn't he taking aspirin?
Wait,
No, it's not heart attack
Well,
medication. He's taking like
He's
three
taking
times
It's
blood
like
the
a blood thinner.
Yeah.
No, no, he's taking like 3 times the recommended dose of aspirin daily just
Which is
because he
a-
likes it.
Which is a blood thin.
Well, yeah,
Wait.
aspirin. If you're having a heart attack, you chew aspirin tablets because blood flow, yada yada yada.
But only if
So-
like you're not like,
and then
allergic
also
to it.
everyone was all in on him having like a fuck ton of mini strokes.
Yeah,
So I was
stroking out.
thinking about this. I was thinking about this because if he was having like mini strokes and stuff like that, he would not be taking aspirin.
he's in the
so-
White House stroking
But then
his
you
shit.
remember when he was talking and he's like, "I want my blood to be nice and thin," you know?
what?
think-
Wait, what's going on? Is this
No,
real?
I think he's just getting dosed with sugar tablets right now. And he's like his doctors are just like, "Oh, it'll make your blood nice and thin." I'm off the rails right now.
Yeah, you are.
And doctors
We're
are
just
like,
writing
it'll-
Trump fan fiction.
Did,
right
did,
now.
Yeah, I'm right
how
now.
do you know what he's taking? That is
No,
No,
I
he said he takes an aspirin every day.
he. Oh god,
Which
I
is
can't help
300
himself.
So you can take 300 milligrams of aspirin at a time. You're supposed to when you're actually sick, but you're not supposed to take it for more than 3 days in a row.
let alone if you're
Right.
having strokes.
Which he's taking it every day for like years and years.
But no, like if he was having strokes, he would be dead.
Spencer,
Yeah.
Spencer,
Like so.
I'm gonna need you to log off of those websites so you're all.
this-
That's telling you about
This was in this came to me in an 8-hour workplace training session.
r/.
And I was
conspiracies.
sitting there in my own head with nothing to do. This is
Oh,
fresh conspiracy.
So that is
invented on the spot.
r/conspiracy in your head.
Invented on the spot.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah. So he has the best access to healthcare of any person in history. And I think it's just a fuck ton of sugar pills. That's essentially where I'm trying to go. But I think he does think he's cooked. I think Trump thinks he's gonna die in like a year.
Mhm.
And he's trying to do everything possible all at once. The demolition. Now let's go to actual r/conspiracy shit that I saw. The ballroom / bunker that is being built
Where?
at the White House.
Oh, okay.
That's one. But like, yeah, making changes to the White House so it can go into the White House timeline.
Mhm.
Trying to do like a large expansion project, completely shaking up the whole world of trade deals. Like everything's happening real fast, right?
Yeah, yeah. I hope he dies soon. Like it's been just a year. Holy shit!
Yeah.
It's
The
felt
thing
like
with Trump
10
is that
years.
he's like
He makes time feel like it's going
Like-
infinitely slower.
The thing with Trump is that everything you hear about him makes it seem like he should have died 15 years ago.
Yeah,
He's surviving
Somehow.
off that Simpsons bit, Three Stooges syndrome, where there's a Simpsons episode where Montgomery Burns, he has to go to the doctor, right, for a regular checkup, and they do scans on him or whatever, and they're like, we have bad news. You have like every disease. You got AIDS, you got cancer. Let me visualize it for you. And the doctor takes out like a little door that he opens, and then he's got like a little bunch of like little plushy toys, and he just shoves them into the door. And he's like, it's like the Three Stooges thing where they all try to go through the door at the same time. You have so many diseases that none of them can kill you.
Right.
He has. Okay, Chase, what does he have? He's having mini strokes.
Yeah.
So what did you do? I took him off the mega dose of aspirin. No, Chase, you idiot. He needs to OD on aspirin to survive the strokes.
Yeah, so honestly,
Also, this is what happens when you're like rich and also the president, is
Yeah.
that you basically just have like the adrenochrome that they don't give proles.
Yeah,
I honestly-
when you have the best healthcare in history and the response time is less than 15 seconds.
yeah. That's the materialist analysis of why he's lived for so long. I think the spiritualist analysis is that we live in sort of a Calvinist universe. Americans are sinners in the hands of an angry God, and Trump is his vengeance on them.
If he would have not sinned greatly, God would not have
This
sent me to
is-
punish you.
Exactly.
I think the first time that it's been you trying to convince me of Calvinism.
Okay, that's the main foreign policy.
There's also like evil never dies.
Yeah.
Every time you have hope, get ready. There's more evil coming.
Well, they say only the good die young, only the evil die old. That's the opposite of that.
Hey man,
Yeah.
Kissinger, just a fucking kid.
And
Get ready for the Kissinger episode.
it was looking like things would start to happen, and I guess things have actually been happening. But also, nothing ever happens. Has been scoring some points lately. Trump backs down on Greenland.
Yep.
Iran successfully suppresses its internal unrest
By just killing.
by just killing 20,000 people.
Yep.
So I guess we will putter on.
But moving over to something happening's court,
Yeah.
we have kind of seen what we've seen like full media blackouts across the states.
Yeah.
For
We saw
like
the Gestapo is murdering even white people now in the
Yeah.
United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about it last time, but
no.
since our last episode, 2 people have been murdered by ICE
In
Minneapolis.
Well, two public shootings. I think there've been deaths that have happened within the ICE facilities.
Oh,
Yes.
That haven't
But that
been-
were just covered up.
Yeah,
But there's
yeah.
been 2 caught on video
yeah.
that were public shootings of random citizens in
Yeah.
Minneapolis. First was that woman who was trying to drive away and was shot, and the official story was she tried to hit the agent with the car.
Yeah, and this was after she had like just dropped her 6-year-old child off at school.
Yeah. The other was a man who had a concealed carried weapon, but he did not draw it on the officers. The officers took it from him and then shot him after disarming
10
him.
times
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, after they had 5 of them pinning him to the ground.
Yeah. So they
They
just
shot him in the back.
and then shot him in the back of the head, I think 10 times. They are now even starting to lose like old Republican hardline organizations, like the NRA is mad at them. The police of Minneapolis itself have voiced their displeasure at the situation, mostly over like jurisdiction disputes.
Oh my god.
Tim Walz has said that
Guys,
this
don't-
type of stuff is not sustainable and it will show at the ballot box in the next election.
Yeah, I think we should do a deep dive on the Democratic response, but
That might be the worst speech.
They don't call them the
ever
do-nothing
seen.
Democrats for nothing.
yeah. But to before that, what did you say before the Tim Walz stuff?
Oh, the Minneapolis police they released a statement against ICE.
We should be killing him.
But they were basically saying like, you're not letting us inspect the crime scene. Why won't you let us come inspect the crime?
And here's another funny thing.
Oh yeah, ICE. Oh, sorry to interrupt, but the second guy they killed, the guy who they shot in the head a bunch of times, they also apparently detained witnesses after killing him. ICE did.
Amazing. But the funny thing about the police thing is off-duty police officers are being racially profiled by ICE by ICE patrol officers
In Minnesota?
I don't know if it's in Minnesota. I think this might have been in New York or something.
Okay. Because I feel like Minnesota's police force probably isn't that diverse.
No, probably not. But
I mean, they got like a few token Asian guys.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
was-
and
I
maybe
saw-
like a bunch of Somalians probably.
Yeah,
A few,
probably
few
Somali.
token Asian and Somalian guys.
First of all, like this huge Somalian conspiracy thing. Okay,
Most of the Somalians
How-
who live in Minnesota are citizens,
Yeah, I know, I know.
naturalized or born.
how far in the episode are we?
57 minutes.
We
Okay,
well,
safe enough that anyone who knows me wouldn't listen this far into I'm talking about. So
We're in garbage time.
I visited my extended family this past Christmas, and my father-in-law has been so like captured by this Somalian citizenship thing, and it's crazy because I
the
feel like
daycares thing, or
yeah, the daycares thing.
Okay.
And I thought I was tapped into politics. Look, when you brought it up, I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you talking about? This is Somalians taking over."
What happened was
Minnesota?
there was one case
Yeah, you
of
don't-
daycare-related fraud in Minnesota that was caught and brought to the courts and is currently being processed.
Right.
I thought there was a few cases.
And there was at least
There's
one.
there's
There was
one
one
that is
major
done,
case.
and the statistics are like official
Yes,
statistics.
definitely, there's one that's been convicted. There might be others moving through the
There are
courts.
others being investigated. Yeah.
But that led to right-wing sort of what's that Project Veritas types?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, who filmed
Going
themselves.
to Minneapolis
Going
to like
to Minne-
investigate Somali daycares.
But
Yeah.
I think even oh god, I can't.
Which
say
also
this.
that one was run by a white woman.
yeah, a Project Veritas at least had some like they had methods of the operation. You know, they would hire a beautiful woman
Yeah.
to.
God, we sound like Verifucking. It's like at least Project Veritas had some fucking class.
like
We go back to those days.
yeah, to pretty much entrap like a low level fucking employee who's talking shit just to get laid that night.
Yeah.
These guys went just with the cameras and said, "Where the kids?
Hey, yo, where the kids at?
Where are the kids? Are you insane? You're grown adults walking up to a child.
This guy's here to meet
Where are
an
the
8-year-old girl.
Holy shit. So yeah, this guy like my father-in-law was like coming at me with this shit. I'm like, chill. And so I'm like also like frantically trying to research, like trying to even figure out what's happening even to counter what he's saying. That shit was so crazy. Like, and I think you can draw a straight line from that whole scare to those two people getting shot in
Oh
Minnesota,
yeah,
right?
I mean,
Like,
I think even like
We need
to reference our sister podcast, Chapo Travis.
That's not.
They basically did an episode on this too, and they were like, "Yeah, it's probably this is like pretty much a straight line between the two."
Yeah.
We need
yeah.
to from like an anonymous account send his ass an email. That's like
Wait, who?
we
His
found
father-in-law?
We found him. He opens up the link and it says this has been like seized by the FBI. The
Oh,
contents
man.
of this email have been confiscated by the FBI.
Now, what we did was we went on this Google recommended thing,
Mhm.
and there was a bunch of, Rebel News.
Oh, Rebel News. Now, there's a name I have not
National
heard in
Yeah. Like, change it to Jacobin. We put Marxus.ca in there.
The RCP reps that?
I remember.
What if would you rather your father-in-law be an insane conservative or like a Trotskyite?
That's rough. See, it's rough just because if you're
Both
a
would be sex
Trotskyite,
pests.
if you're a Trotskyite and you're annoying, God, you're annoying. But if you're a Trotskyite, you're chill. Like there's some people who are just like,
I guess they're closer.
Buy my newspaper.
yeah, exactly.
It's Trotskyite in a pyramid scheme party or a normal conservative. Which would you rather have?
I might a normal conservative. In Canada, a normal conservative means something else. If you're listening from elsewhere,
It means not.
Mark Carney. Think Mark Carney when you think normal conservative.
Mark Carney would be a chill father-in-law. I think. I feel like.
Yeah, honestly, he's like, as long as he sticks to the first third of his book, he's all right.
I feel like he just would be too polite to talk about politics with you. He wouldn't come at you with like, "Did you hear about Somali daycare?"
Yeah.
Like,
you
no,
would-
but that's like, that shit's good, man.
Oh man.
There's a certain magic to it, to the freaks, as I'll refer to it.
But in Minnesota, I think like you talked about like what actually happened, like, and then we referenced a little bit in the Democratic response, which I think like, yeah, you said they don't call them do nothing Democrats for a reason.
Oh,
Like,
I'll drop some deep connections on you. So I think
okay.
I've mentioned before to you guys that one of my friends, his grandfather is a senator in the United States.
Currently.
Yes,
Holy
currently.
Shit.
And he was talking to him about the whole ICE situation on like, like a phone call, like they chat every once in a while.
Mhm.
And my friend was like, like what's going to happen with this ICE stuff? And like his grandpa gave him the response is like, we don't got enough votes.
Oh my God, he actually said it.
Yeah, we don't have enough votes in the Senate or the House.
Hey man, if the Republicans keep doing this, we might be able to stop it the next time we vote.
Yeah, but it's also
Maybe.
every time the Republicans
we
have
vote.
minorities in both houses, somehow they still manage to block everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow they still have all the votes they need.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, I think so. I
You
think
just got to be Cromwellian about it and
Yeah.
arrest all dissenting votes.
Tim
We need a
Walz
rock
going
parliament for
through
real.
Oh yeah, you said, what did Tim Walz say? If you don't mind
He had a
repeating?
voice that is like, I don't know, man. It's something about it's wrong right now.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be like 1 year ago.
Like when he was on the campaign.
yeah.
I mean,
It's something about it is sounding just like a little more frail in my mind. And he goes out there and he's like, hey guys, if ICE starts attacking you, just don't do anything because you know that you can vote it away next time. And I think I've never, I said this before, I don't think I've ever seen a worse speech. And I've seen Biden's brain leaking out of his ears.
yeah.
But at least you knew it's like, okay, this is elderly abuse, you know? But like with Tim Walz, it's like, no, he's just genuinely saying, we are not going to help you. We are not going to try. And you can do the ineffective strategy that didn't work last time. You can try again if you really want.
Yeah. And same thing with the Minneapolis mayor,
Jacob Frey.
who, it's always like I think he was they're looking for sound bites, like get the fuck out of
Oh yeah,
Biden's
and that
people.
was right after Renee Good died. But then immediately afterwards, he was on Fox News thinking, "I don't think I should be abolished."
Yeah, exactly. Like they think instead of destroying the Gestapo, we have to give them QR codes, put QR codes on the uniforms.
Yeah.
What's his name? Richie
Richie Torres,
Galo, yeah, Richie Torres. Like, yo,
like BB's butt boy.
he's like, how about we put QR codes on their uniform so you can scan it and then you know exactly who they are. Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, this is an actual solution to two people getting shot and two deaths that we know of because of ICE. People getting detained for no fucking reason. Like, and I think people are like, this isn't America. This is America. America's been like this. This is just the most open version of America. This is the first time that people, I guess because they're white. I don't know. Maybe not. But
Okay.
I mean, we haven't seen like, I guess, serious use of state force in one way or another since I guess like the civil rights movement. But you also had like insane labor wars in the early 20th century. Like you literally had in like 1920s West Virginia coal miners fighting the state militia and having bombs getting dropped on them from airplanes.
yeah.
if this is not America,
Yeah.
let's take a look at what the alternative was, which I remember, a billion things to discourse about this. Harris defended her work and her campaign began running a television ad Friday that said Harris as president would hire thousands more border agents to crack down on fentanyl and human trafficking.
Yeah.
We wanted more border security, we wanted deadlier military. That was the alternative.
Yeah.
It was this or it was this.
Yeah. I mean, were you gonna say something before I move on to like the Canadian aspect of it?
No, it's okay.
So and there's a lot of smug. Obviously, like Canadians love this shit. I fucking hate Canadians when they do this. Like
Canadians love jerking themselves
holy
off
shit,
over America.
it's like like looking like huh. I don't know. These guys. This hour has 22 minutes. The TV show is to SNL what we are to Chapel. It's like
a pale imitation that calls itself its equal.
Yeah, but even that
Pale imitation that drastically outperforms.
but even that's giving us a lot of props. But they put out like propaganda about like us having nice agents for our border patrol. Mark Carney literally, like, one of the first things he did was to capitulate to Trump's like rhetoric on the border by passing a border bill that tightens like immigration restrictions. What was I gonna say? What was that one show? We found out that we talked about this, I think, a few episodes ago. was it a Montreal or Quebec company that was like
it was Guard Force, the one that
Garda or something like that.
Garda
like,
World, I think.
Yeah,
Doug Ford,
providing,
after saying that
security
we
for-
won't sell American alcohol, we sell ICE, their armored vehicles, and he
Yeah.
said that's great that we have buyers.
yeah.
Garda World was the company that was providing security to the ICE death camps.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly. Yeah,
and they're based out of like Montreal, I think.
and like Spencer just said, you know,
We love to send them their vehicles.
yeah, and our leaders are very much happy to keep doing it. You know. Anyway, what else is in the news
What else is in the news? Let me see
Oh,
what I
the
got.
the grocery thing, or not
Grocery-
again?
the
yeah, they're putting signs for the
Prime Minister Carney announces new measures to make groceries and other essentials more affordable for Canadians. Why don't we leave off on this?
Be nice, please.
So,
Smiley face.
if you recall, one of our great bugbears on this podcast was the Grocery Code of Conduct, which
Yeah.
the Trudeau government released literally unfinished.
Yeah.
And no one in the news was talking about the fact that they released this document that just cuts off halfway through.
like
They
literally you went to like
Liberal
the
controlled media.
index of the chapters and just said to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like it's an incomplete thing. It was not done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they released this unfinished document. We were the only news organization, and you say we're not news, but we literally broke
Breaking
the
news.
story.
Well, okay, the fact that we
True.
are actually getting things right just proves that we're not real
Totally
journalists.
true, Nick.
I-
Okay, so basically, he has abandoned the concept of the Grocery Code of Conduct and has promised actual material change on the grocery issue. And here's his plan.
Okay.
Number one, putting more money back in Canadians' pockets. The government is introducing the new Canada Groceries and Essentials Benefits, CGEB, formerly the GST tax credit. We are increasing its amount by 25% for 5 years beginning in July 2026. So they're renaming the GST credit and making it bigger. Next, in addition to that, we are providing a one-time payment equivalent to a 50% increase this year. Combined, this means a family of four will receive $1,890 and about $1,400 a year for the next 4 years, and a single person will receive up to $950 and about $700 a year. The new Canada Groceries and Essentials benefit will provide additional significant support to 12 million people. So we're expanding tax credits for groceries. We're adding a tax credit for groceries. The next one is where it gets a little disheartening.
Well, already it's the free market choice of like, oh, just give people money and they'll figure out what to do with it, stuff like that. Like it is the hardline neoliberal solution. to
the
things.
real moderate
It's the Friedmanite solution.
the real moderate grocery code of conduct would be to hang Loblaw's executives by the lampposts.
Well, we'll get to that. So, point two, tackling food insecurity, supporting producers, and strengthening supply chains. That's right, we're doing supply side grocery economics. The government is setting aside $500 million from the Strategic Response Fund to help businesses address the cost of supply chain disruptions without passing those costs on to Canadians at the checkout line. So the government is going to start directly subsidizing grocery stores up to 500 million Canadian dollars.
Oh my
How much are they spending on this?
$500 million.
Just build a grocery store
For the same
Holy
purpose,
shit.
the government will create
This country loves to subsidize its own oligopolies.
Yes.
Holy
For the same
shit.
purpose, the government will create a $150 million food security fund under the existing Regional Tariff Responsive Initiative for small and medium enterprises and the organizations that support them. So we're going to subsidize Loblaws, No Frills, etc., to the tune of $500 million. We're going to subsidize small business owners to the tune of $150 million. To lower the cost of food production, we're introducing immediate expensing for greenhouse buildings. This allows producers to write off greenhouses acquired on or after November 4th, 2025, and that can become available for use before 2030. So we're doing greenhouse tax credits. You should get on that, Spencer.
Yeah.
The greenhouse tax
Good
thing,
point.
the greenhouse tax credit thing, I don't hate.
Yeah.
I think that's
fine.
just because like
I'm honestly
greenhouses
surprised
are,
that didn't already exist.
Yeah.
just because like greenhouses are like basically the way you produce vegetables and fruit in this country.
So it's 650 on what you do. Did we have a number from the
So 500 million to Loblaws, No Frills, etc. 150 to independent grocers.
Was there a number in total for the amount given to the people, like the rebate?
So it says it will be up to $1,890 per family, up to $950 for individuals, and it's expected to be claimed by 12 million people, but it doesn't actually give a number on how much that would cost.
Okay.
To ease immediate pressures on food banks, the government is providing $20 million to the local food infrastructure fund. This supports food banks and other national, regional, and local organizations to deliver more nutritious food to families in need. I have no issue with that. He's just giving money to food banks. The next one is to tackle the root cause of food insecurity. We're developing a national food security strategy, one that strengthens domestic food production and improves access to affordable, nutritious food. So we're going to make a committee that will meet on what to do next.
So are we centrally planning food production? What?
That would be the correct solution, but I doubt that is what is
what
happening.
Canada does is we centrally plan
Strategic
just a
rice
cash
reserve when?
transaction to business owners.
Strategic canola
I mean, that's
reserve.
literally what all market economies are.
China has a strategic rice reserve. Canada has a strategic canola reserve.
This strategy will also include measures to implement unit price labeling. I'm in favor of that. I think that should already be a thing.
What is that again?
So that's when you say, so you have the main label. It's like, this is $2.99. And you'll have another label that's
Oh, that says per pound.
Yeah.
I like that. I
You
like
guys
that.
not-
Those are
Is that not everywhere?
some grocery. It's an optional thing grocery stores
All right,
do.
well,
true.
Yeah.
I won't notice a change. I'm a Costco guy. All right.
So it's the Competition Bureau in monitoring and enforcing competition in the market, including food supply chains. So
$5 says they got that food professor jackass to help write this thing.
This is,
man.
I think, like this weird spot that we're in, where instead of recognizing that inequality is just constantly going up and most people are just becoming more and more poor, we're saying that we have like a cost of living crisis.
yeah,
Like a cost of housing crisis, like a cost of necessities crisis. These things aren't going away.
Yeah.
Like after a cash transaction, things need to be like structurally, centrally changed.
yeah.
And we're just refusing to do that. And we're not going to solve like the actual root causes of the issue. And it's like, you don't get a cost of housing, cost of affordability, cost of food, like just everything cost crisis. That isn't just like, whoopsies, I slipped on a banana peel and now we're in the middle of this crisis. Like,
and
that's how the liberals are treating it.
The true way to keep these costs under control is to take the families of Loblaws, Soviets,
All right, guys, thank you for listening.
and other food executives hostage.
Well, the Union isn't happy if someone isn't dying.
We have our new colonial overlord, China and Vietnam. Why don't we just do what they do and start just disappearing food executives for like 3 months? They come back completely changed.
Does America still have like a Pol Pot on life support somewhere?
Pol Pot died years ago, man.
No, they have him. That's what they want you to know. He's like Walt
yeah,
Disney.
like
They got
frozen
him
Walt
somewhere.
Disney.
Exactly.
He's under the Epcot Center.
Time to start killing everyone in classes.
Anyway, so
Carney will get these proles working for
That would be the
crisis
Trump
there.
after credit scene. He dies, and then the credits roll, and then it cuts to under the Epcot Center. You see frozen Pol Pot's body, and then his finger twitches.
yeah. I don't know. Do you guys know about the Canadian Center for Policy Alternatives?
Is it a
Sounds
left wing?
I have no idea. It might be, but anyway, I have this
I think
quick
it
article
is.
from them. It may as well be because they're talking about free public grocery stores.
I think it's a
Um,
left wing group.
And according to their estimate, so don't quote me on this, quote them on this. It would cost approximately $350 million for Canadian for initial infrastructure to open 50 stores, 40 in urban centers, 10 in remote regions, which is important. 6
350
distribution hubs.
Canadian. That's like 700,000 million Canadian. I said the wrong one.
10 in
6
remote regions.
10 room, yeah.
Them are in Northern Ontario.
No, that'd be great though. Like,
That would be it. Cobalt needs
No
a
other
grocery
province,
store, man.
no other rural part of a province gets them, just all Northern Ontario, so
Put
that the rest of
two
the
in
country
Cobalt,
hates us more.
Ontario.
yeah. And 6 distribution hubs, and that's for 350 million. We just talked about given, and the market solution, like we said, is instead of actually doing this, which would exist, we know, like, actually, we
Instead
don't
of
know.
building real infrastructure.
huh?
Instead of building real infrastructure.
Yeah, the solution is give them money. How I'm so
Instead
dumb
of
with these guys. Holy shit.
confiscating farmers' grain at gunpoint, we're doing this.
Instead of slaughter. No.
Instead of requisitioning Kulak grain.
Anyways, watch Begonia, I guess.
Watch Begonia.
Have you
And
even watched it?
they-
We saw it together.
I would 2 days ago.
Yeah,
2
Spencer
days
and I
ago.
watched it together.
True. What do you?
I did
and at least it was theirs. Man.
After
Oh.
Spencer was like,
After I infamously bailed by accident, painfully.
Oh, we saw it. Didn't
no, we watched
we watched something else.
we watched the THX 116 or 11,
Whatever the
yeah.
numbers are. Did you see it though, Bugonia?
I still haven't
Eventually?
seen it. Have you?
I was hoping we could do a quick review.
It was a good movie.
I'll watch it in
Yeah.
the next time we record, which is never.
And even when we do record, Spencer's not putting out these episodes.
okay.
We actually hired an editor.
I've
okay.
hired an editor.
yeah.
A fan of the show who we hired
Yeah.
and we're paying him with exposure.
Yes.
We're not saying his name.
Oh my god.
You know who you are.
Anyways, thank you for joining the revolution. To our editor, you are part of the reason that this country is joining forces with China.
Yeah, and Vietnam.
We stand with China, or we
Amen.
fight
We
for
fight
China.
for China.
Amen.
You are the newest wolf warrior.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I-
be that clip
Whoa.
of
Sorry, I just looked up who's the chairman of the Communist Party of Vietnam. It's trans man.
the wokest country ever. Holy shit.
We've never been more back.
Tran Ton Man is the chairman of the National Assembly of Vietnam.
We love that.
Anyways, thank you for listening to the last episode of Teenic. Rest in peace, Teenic. Long live Teenic forever. If the phoenix will rise from the ashes.
And
We'll
all
see you in
glory-
probably
all glory
4
to our new
months.
leader, Tron
Yeah.
Ton Man.
Amen.
And we'll see you in 4 months.
Do the Viet Cong still control Vietnam? Suggested Google search.
Oh my God.